Wednesday, the 24th of September 2025. This is the second full day of autumn or fall. The first day was Monday, but it wasn't a full day. Fall came in at 2:19. So yesterday was the first full day. Today is the second full day. And we're just out clowning around. This is a clown around, all day clown around. So clown around with us. Like, share, and subscribe. Don't know what we're going to get into, where we're going to get into it at, but let's see what the temperature is. We're on US Highway 411 north of Cartersville, south of White, Georgia. It's 81, partly cloudy. And we're losing the lane. These guys are going to let us over. I was going to let them by, but whatever suits, floats their boat. We're going to turn up here and go out to this industrial area. We'll probably end up over at the Pilot and not Flying J, the Pilot and the TA. Check them out. It is right at 11 o'clock. And the temperature is going to what? What's it going to today? Going to 86, down to 70 tonight, 80, 65 tomorrow, 81, 62 Friday. This area is busting open wide, rear end open. And we've just seen a bunch of apartments over here. You've got a high school over here. This is, like White, Georgia. Looky there. This is a little two-lane road running between here and exit 296 where the Pilot and the TA are. High school's out there too, about 11 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock over there. These roads are going to be, with all this industrial up here, these roads are going to be so congested. I mean, I don't know how people are going to get around. We're not going in there. It's a perfect area for flat tire seeds right now. A lot of roofing over there. Is right there to our left. I can't remember where this dead ends or whether this cuts over and goes underneath the I think this dead ends. We'll find out though. It says dead end. We may still be able to get to that trestle, this interesting trestle. Along this line here headed north on 411, you got some arch trestles that are real low. Pretty neat. This road used to connect over there, but looks like it does dead end. I guess these people are glad of that. I wiped the lens off. It seemed to make it a little bit clearer, more clear, whatever. We're just a couple of miles from former Pine Log Wildlife Management Area, which has been closed since '23. It's a family corporation that owns it, and they've got it up for development. There's still a possibility that it could be saved. It's managed by a hunting company now, a hunting club, I mean. Cherokee and Bartow County have come up with about $7 million to help save it. Department of Natural Resources, state of Georgia, needs to buy it. So that's a White Georgia straight ahead. We're going to turn left here though and go back out to that industrial area. Old Tennessee Highway. This, I wonder if this is old US 411. I don't think so. There you go. You get a good picture of it there, don't you? I don't know how many units that is, but you know, husband, wife, you'll have some single people, but you'll have also families where you have children that probably have some vehicles. I mean, you're going to have 2 vehicles, probably on average, at least 2 vehicles a day, every day, leaving out of each one of those apartments, leaving out and coming back. On top of this high school, traffic and commercial traffic. This is a huge industrial area up here to the left and right. I think a lot of these buildings are still empty, but when they fill up, you'll have employee traffic, you'll have these big truck traffic. I don't think any of this is serviced by rail, but I don't know that. Drone video out here to the right. When we drive out here, we do have drone video from a couple of years back. Before a lot of this was done. Narrow bridge, all that traffic's gonna have to come right across this bridge. Why they're not working on it now to go ahead and widen it, I have no idea. Other than complete incompetence. Looks like we have the police up here waiting for us. Want to give us a welcome to Bartow County. How you doing, Mr. Sheriff? We have a large DOT, Department of Transportation, facility out here to the right. So the state of Georgia has absolutely got to be aware of the road situation around here. There's no way they can act like they don't know that this stuff, what it needs and what it doesn't need. We'll come out and go back down by there. Looks like they're doing some more infrastructure, some utility work down there. Look, there are a couple of big old guys there, man. Sumo wrestlers. Now there is a solar cell company out here. I think this is part of it here on the left, and there's another section on out here further. But I may be wrong about this. But that says, what does it say? HANWHA. There's a neat little cemetery out here. We've seen deer and rabbit, seen several critters out here. Logistics Parkway of Highland 75. This little cemetery is right here on the left. Nice place to take a little nap. Now this is the solar cell plant here on the left, and I think they've got this cutting all the way through here. It used to dead end up here. We could go out back, but we will go out the way we came in and then go cut over to the TA and Pilot. And like I say, if we were to go out right there and turn left, it would bring us to the TA and the Pilot. A lot of employment out there. Turn this one off until we get back to the main road out there. Also, these feeder roads are bigger than the main road. Okay, so this road up here that we came in on is Cassville Pine Log Road. That big facility there on the right, if I'm not mistaken, is a lighting company based in India, or India headquarters. S-U-R-I-A. Guess they're running communication cable down through the storm drains. I wonder if these storm drains are tied into the sewer system too. Got a lot of Canada geese out there and an egret. Again, White Georgia's to our left. Cassville to our, straight ahead here now when we cross over at 75. Those are water lines. I don't think those are sewer, but I don't know. They may be sewer. Someone that knows more about pipeline construction will have to answer that for you. But infrastructure going in. Maybe they're going to get all the infrastructure in and then widen the road. I guess there's logic to the reasoning, but most of the time it doesn't seem like it. Well, these folks are sitting on a land gold mine, aren't they? We've never been out that road. We need to take out, that'd be a nice little Georgia back road. It won't be for long. Coming up on the TA on the right, the Pilot on the left. This Pilot is an older one. I'm not very impressed with it. The TA is, I think, relatively new, but I'm not impressed with it either. Look at the trucks coming out trying to get across the bridge. Gas $2.79. I've seen it for $2.64 this morning. Now you've got two of these double roundabouts up here, one on each side of the freeway. 75 north is to the right, 75 south is to our left. We're going to go straight across, so we will stay in the second lane. I thought these roundabouts were going to be a nightmare, but they're working pretty doggone good. And like I say, just two lanes here. Well, that's some pretty tall stag sumac. Well, I guess it's growing on the side of the hill though. $2.75. Gas is getting more expensive. We need to go find the cheap gas. Now right here on the right, we have video. We put up through there. That is an old motel site. I think they've got it blocked off where we can't get in there now. Yeah, no turnaround. They've got it blocked off. There's a little car up there. I don't know how they got up there. 15 plus acres commercial. Big Chick-fil-A place down here. Yes, these logistics places are on both sides. Not as much over here, but still, they're on both sides. And this is all the way up to Chattanooga. I mean, they got this kind of stuff all the way up. There's Chick-fil-A Supply. Mohawk truck entrance. When we get over here to 41, we will turn this off. Figure out what we're going to have for lunch. Get this thing, start uploading, get this one uploaded. This will be our first autumn or fall video. Well, except for that short I did last night about reading videos, about me reading poetry or short stories or whatever. It has been a tremendous bomb. I don't think anybody wants to hear me read, but I'm going to make a playlist of reading public domain works, either short stories, poetry, something sort of like a fireside chat deal. So if you're interested, be on the lookout. Century 21 for sale. Let's turn this off until we get into, I guess, Cassville. This is a nice farm estate or something. I like it. Devo something or other. And, well, they're clearing over there to the left. The cemetery, I think it's got a Confederate section up there. Yeah, there it is right there on the left. Looks like it's a pretty good sized Confederate section. This area is loaded with Civil War history. Atlanta campaign, spring, summer 1864. Been some new construction, some remodeling going on in here. Really nice little area, but like I said, traffic is going to be horrendous in a few years. To the right will take us out to 41. I think this was probably old US 41. Cassville Museum. This will take us out to 41 as well. They're working on the old church up there. Okay, let's turn this one off. This one's getting long in the tooth, and it's just like I said, it's a clown around. Nothing very exciting at all. So just ride around with us and enjoy. We'll go ahead and turn it off now.